Hello everybody, this is Solar Tiger with another video, and this video is going to be all about battery heated clothing. I have a big collection of battery heated clothing and I'm going to tell you about them, the pros and cons and what I like and dislike about different items. And this is just to give you some advice. So maybe if you're thinking of buying some heated gear, this might help you. So this is from my own experience, and these are my opinions. So this is Solar Tiger. So I'm going to start. I have various items of heated clothing. This is part of my collection. I do have more. So let's have a start. So battery heated clothing comes in different categories. So there are like base layers, under layers, then there are kind of mid layers, and then there are coats and jackets that you can wear as outer layers, and they work on different battery voltages, and I will go into different things. So first thing I'm going to start with is this heated hoodie. It's from Prosmart. So this would be a kind of mid layer. You would wear a t-shirt under it, and if the weather was not too cold, you could wear this as an outer layer, and if it was cold outside, then you could wear a light jacket on top of it. So this is the heated hoodie. It has a hood, but I would not say this is waterproof. It might be okay in a light shower, but that's as far as I could go with that. If it was actually raining, I would wear a waterproof jacket on top. Now, this runs on a 12 volt system, and it runs on this battery here. Let's focus. It's an 11.1 volt battery. It's 5 amp hours, and it just has the one output. There's a pocket for it on the inside of the hoodie, and the controller button is on the outside. It has 3 settings: high, medium and low, and I tend to wear this in the house when it's a bit chilly. I do. So if it's a bit chilly in the house, then I might wear this, and if I was going out, I might put a thin jacket on top of this. Now the battery in this lasts a long time, so that's good. So this is kind of a mid layer, and I bought this off of either eBay or Amazon, I can't remember now, quite a while back, and I'm very happy with this. So that's the first item. I would recommend this item. It's good for indoor use if it's chilly, and you could wear it outside if it was slightly chilly and it was dry. So that's what I would say about that item. So coming on to the next item. The next item is a waterproof jacket made by a company called EXO. They're well known for making heated gear for the motorcycle market. So that's what they're well known for. This jacket is rainproof. I've worn this out in heavy showers and I stayed dry. It comes with a hood. The hood is not removable, so that's that. The EXO2. It uses the Fabrock heating material that the hotter it gets, it draws less power, so it doesn't overheat. Now the thing with this is it runs on a battery pack. You can either, the EXO have a blue battery pack. This is the 12 volt battery pack. I'll read you what it says. It's 11.1 volts, 2500 milliamp hours. It has 3 settings that are shown on this 7-segment display. There's 2 buttons to adjusting the temperature. So with this you can either have the 12 volt battery, which is blue, or you can use the red battery pack, which is 15 volts. So you get a bit more heat out of the 15 volt battery, and this has a rating of 14.8 volts at 2.2 amp hours, and it has the same 7-segment display and the up and down buttons. So this only has the one output for heating the jacket. So you have a choice of battery packs. The thing I will say about this is there's a heating element in the back, and there are 2 heating elements in the shoulders. The heating pads are in the shoulders. There are none in the chest, which I thought was a bit odd. And the heating pads are in the shoulders and in the back. There are pockets on the sides, on both sides, and a chest pocket. And the battery goes inside the pocket, inside the side pocket. So the heating is in the shoulders and the back. There's none in the chest, which I thought was a bit odd. But it is fully rainproof, and it's very warm as a jacket. I've worn this in very cold weather and I was happy with it. So that's the EXO Storm. Can't remember what it's called now. So that's this jacket. The next one I'm going to come on to is this Venture Heat one. Now this is the Venture Heat jacket. It's a fleece jacket, and it's, I'm not sure if this is black or very dark blue. So this is the Venture Heat jacket. So that's the Venture Heat jacket. This jacket runs on a 7.4 volt battery, and this one runs on this battery. Let's see. Focus on it. So this battery is 7.4 volts, 2.2 amp hours, and it just has the outlet socket on it. The controller for this jacket is actually in the pocket. Let's unzip the pocket. So this is the controller. So the controller for this jacket is separate from the battery pack. So again, it has three settings. You turn it on with that, and then you press it, and then it goes through the settings. That has a separate controller, and this is the battery pack. The battery pack has no heat controller in this. For other Venture heated products, they put the controller in the battery pack. So if you have different Venture heat garments, you'll need different battery packs. So that can be a bit of a pain. It is a fleece material, which means it's not waterproof. If you wear this out in the rain, it will get wet. There's no hood for this. And the other thing I'll mention is that because it is a fleece material, it will attract hairs. If you have pets, then the hairs will stick to this like magic, and trying to get the hairs out of it is a bit difficult. So that's one thing about this. So this would be an outer layer on a cold day but a dry day, because there's no hood and the material will get wet. So that's the Venture Heat fleece jacket, heated fleece jacket. We'll come to the next item. So the next item is a underlayer or base layer. So this is the Evasion heated base layer, and this runs on a 7.4 volt battery. It's an underlayer. You wear it under whatever you're going to wear on top. You can wear a jumper on top or a jacket or whatever. Now, the benefit of this is that the less layers you're wearing under your heated gear, then the better you'll actually feel the warmth into your body. So if you're wearing a heated jacket and you're wearing some layers under your jacket, then it'll be harder for the heat to travel through the layers that you're wearing to actually warm you up. So it might be better to wear a base layer where the heated clothing is closer to your skin and you'll feel the benefit better. And then you can wear 1 or 2 layers on top of the heated one to keep the heat in. So that's one thing. So this works on a 7.4 volt battery. It's this Evasion battery here. So it's a 7.4 volt 4.4 ampere battery. It has one outlet. The jacket, the vest under layer plugs into, and then there's a pocket on the side that the battery fits into. The controller is built into the heated base layer. The controller is at the end of the sleeve, so it's easy for you to reach it. Although that means you do have a wire going all the way up the sleeve, which might annoy you. So that's that. The battery on this lasts about 2 or 3 hours, even though the manufacturer says it should last 4 or 5 hours on the low setting, so I'm not so sure about that. So if you're buying a heated base layer, this is a medium. I normally wear large in clothing, but if you're buying a heated base layer, you need to have it so that it's a fairly tight fit, so that the heating panels are pressed against your body. So that's that. You may want to go with a heated base layer that's short sleeved and has the controller either on the bottom of here or on the chest. That might be better for you, because as this is fairly tight fitting, the wire going up the sleeve can be a bit of a pain. So Evasion is an Australian company, and they developed this for outdoor activities like bike riding and outdoor sports like that, where you might go somewhere early in the morning and it's cold and you want something to warm you up. So that's that. I bought this off of eBay. It costs about £100 and something, I believe. But I find that the battery doesn't last as long as the manufacturer says, for some reason or other. Other than that, it has big heating panels, which is good, and there's a big one in the back. It does a very good job of heating, so I would recommend this. I would recommend this. although maybe I might recommend you went for a short sleeve version of this that had the controller on the chest or at the bottom here. So that's for that one. The next item is this heated vest by Mobile Warming. I'm going to unzip this to point something out. So this is a vest, sleeveless vest. It has pockets on either side and has a chest pocket, and the controller button is here. Now I might plug a battery into this and point something out. The battery goes in here. I will get a battery. This is the actual battery from Mobile Warming. It's a 7.4 volt battery and it's 2.2 amp hours. So it says right here. And I will plug it in. There's a button on it. That goes inside the pocket. The controller button is here. And you press the button until it goes beep and then the light comes on. You control the garment with this button here. Now I'm going to say that the light is pretty bright and it might look a bit gaudy. So that's one thing I'm going to say. Now, the other thing I'm going to say about this that is not so great with it. This is one that I'm not going to recommend you buy. The issue is with it is the heating pads are very small. That's the one in the chest. The back one is very small. You can see it's just this bit here. So that's what I'm going to say with that. It has very small heating panels. So I'm not going to recommend this one. So I can zip it back up again. It has 3 levels as well. So that's the Mobile Warming one. So I don't really recommend that one. So the next one I'm going to show you is another heated vest by EXO, the same as the other jacket. EXO make motorcycle clothing, as I said before, and this is the heated gilet. Now they make one without sleeves and they make one with detachable sleeves, but they are basically the same. The Stormwalker gilet, and this one uses the 12 volt or 15 volt batteries from EXO. And the thing about this is that there are no heating panels in the chest at all. None in the chest. None in the chest. The heating panels are in the bottom here. There's a heating panel here and a heating panel here, but there's nothing in the chest. No heating in the chest. So that's all I'm going to say with that. So It heats here and here, and that is all. So I'm not going to recommend you buy the EXO Storm Gilet. So that's that one, because there's no chest heating in it. Okay, if we come to the next item, this is a Venture Heat heated gilet. I think gilet or vest, I'm not quite sure what you call this. Right, this has 3 pockets, and this one has heating in the chest and in the back. So I do like this one, and it's padded, so it's got good insulation in it. This one uses the Venture Heat 7.4 volt battery, 10.4 volts, 2.2 amp hours, and it uses the battery with the built-in heat controller, and it goes inside the pocket. There's a wire inside the pocket, and you put this inside the pocket. The thing about this is that, yes, it's not waterproof, so if it's raining you'll have to wear something over it. This is good for chilly situations when it's dry but chilly. The battery goes in the pocket, so if you're wearing anything on top of it, it is awkward to adjust the settings, so that's something to bear in mind. So that's the Venture Heat heated vest. So I have another heated vest by Venture Heat. Now this one runs on, so this is a heated vest, and it's padded. Now there's only 2 pockets on the outside of this, and there's no chest pocket, so if you need to have something that is easily accessible, that might be a thing you have to note. This one runs on a USB power bank, and it was supplied with this power bank. This is the Venture Heat power bank. It has a capacity of 10,400 milliamp hours, 10.4 amp hours, and the output is 5 volts at 2.1 amps. So you can use any power bank with this. So it has a USB output socket on the left here, a micro USB in the center for charging, a 4 LED power indicator, and an on and off button. You can use this as a normal power bank as well as for heating your jacket. So that's the power bank. Now the thing about this one is the controller is on the inside of the jacket, right at the top, so it's easy to get to. And again, I like that. So again, this is for cool conditions, but dry conditions. You can't wear it out in the rain because it will get wet. Also, if the weather's a bit colder and you wear this, then you might not feel a lot of heat even on the high setting. So the best way to wear this in cold conditions is to wear a jacket on top of it to keep the heat in. So that's the thing with 5 volt jackets. So I think with the USB ones, they're not as powerful. So what I'm going to say after this is that USB ones are very common, but I don't think they have the same heating capacity as either the 7 volt ones, 7.4 volt ones or the 12 volt ones. So if the weather's very cold, then I would recommend going for a 12 or 15 volt system, as they can deliver more heating power, and the higher the system voltage, the less current that is needed to produce a certain amount of heat. So that's one thing. Also, I would say that sometimes you don't want it to be obvious that you're wearing heated gear, because that might give you unwanted attention. So in that case, you will want gear that has the heating controls on the inside that are out of sight. That's something I do like. It's like this one and this one. So having the heating controls visible on the outside might not be the best thing. You might get more unwanted attention. Also, it pays to look at the garments to see where the heating panels are, as some have no heating in the chest area at all, which is something you probably want. And it pays to see how big the heating panels are, as the bigger heating panels can give you more warmth. That's something to bear in mind. Also, you will want to think whether you want your heated gear to be like an underlayer or base layer, or a mid layer, or something you can wear as an outer layer. So that's something you might want to consider. And also you might want to consider how waterproof your heated gear is, especially if you're wearing it as an outer layer. You cannot predict the weather in the UK, so it might be cold, and all of a sudden a massive shower comes, and if you're wearing the wrong gear, you'll get soaking wet. So that's something to consider. So this is Solar Tiger with a review of various items of heated clothing and what I think of them, the pros and cons of them. And if you like my video, please click like and subscribe to my channel. And this is Solar Tiger saying thank you, until next time, and goodbye. Thank you.